Dear students, welcome to the class. In the previous class, we have started discussing about isomerism in coordination complexes. We have discussed structural isomerism. Basically, isomerism is of two types: structural isomerism, stereoisomerism. We have seen structural isomerism. In today's class, we will be discussing stereoisomerism. We all know stereoisomerism also two types. One is geometrical isomerism, other one is optical isomerism. Let us see first. So let us see what is the definition of stereoisomerism. What is stereoisomerism? The three-dimensional arrangement of ligands around the central metal atom is stereoisomerism. Okay. Difference in the three-dimensional arrangement of ligands around the central metal atom is different. Yeah. When the chemical composition is same, then such type of isomerism is stereoisomerism, and it is basically two types: geometrical isomerism and optical isomerism. First, let us see geometrical isomerism. We have already discussed this geometrical isomerism in the previous classes, hopefully. Geometrical isomerism arises due to different positions of ligands around the central metal atom. Okay. When the position of ligands around the central metal atom is different, whether if they are in the same position or in the opposite positions, it depends. If they are in the adjacent to each other, they are cis form. It is known as cis form. If their ligands are opposite to each other, the same ligands are opposite to each other, that isomerism is known as transform. So this type of isomerism was also known as cis trans isomerism, and this is basically due to the positioning of ligands either adjacent to each other or opposite to each other. Now, this type of isomerism can be seen only in square planar complexes and in octahedral complexes, but not in tetrahedral complexes, because the adjacent and opposite uh, 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 positioning of ligands is not possible in such type of in tetrahedral complexes. So we can see this type of isomerism either in square planar or in octahedral. Okay. Now let us see the geometrical isomerism in square planar complexes. Let us take first one general formula of complex. Let us take this type of formula Ma2B2. Here Ma2B2 means M is a central metal atom, any metal atom. A means ligand. Only one will be central metal atom, that is indicated with M. In the further examples also, I will be showing this type of general formula. You have to remember this terminology. Here M indicates the central metal atom, and the remaining rest of the molecules are atoms. Whether they are indicated with A, B, C, D, all will be ligands here. So how many ligands we have? We have two different type of ligands. One is A, another one is B. How many A ligands are there? There are two, and B also two. Okay. So this is the coordination number here is what is the coordination number? How many ligands are there? Two ligands are there. Therefore, coordination number is 4. Coordination number is 4. And these are a few examples and a few examples of square planar complexes with this type of formulae. Suppose let us take this formula first complex here. The central metal atom here C is M means here palladium and A2. A means there should be two similar type of ligands, not similar, same ligands. Two should be same ligands, another two ligands should be same. Here nitro, there are two ligands here, two nitro ligands and two ammonia ligands. Similarly, in this example also, platinum is a central metal atom. Here chloride ligands, there are two chloride ligands, and this is also pyridine, this is also a ligand, and there are also two ligands here, two pyridine ligands. See, if you see, compare this with this general formula, they indicate the same. One central metal atom, one and the two different type of ligands, uh, and their number is 2. Okay. Now let us see the geometry now, isomerism now. So as I said, when the two same ligands are adjacent to each other, they are known as cis form or the same phase. They indicate the same phase. Yes, yes. If they are in opposite positions, if they are placed in the opposite positions, it is known as transform. If you take, for example, if you take this ligand B, see here they are placed adjacent to each other. This is the same phase. Okay. This is cis form. Here, if you see here, they are in the opposite directions. This is known as trans form. So in this geometrical isom, two types of isomers are formed, cis and trans. Okay. If for example, let us take this one. Platinum is a central metal atom. So write platinum here. Since these are square planar complexes, you have to write the square planar geometry. And at each corner of this of this geometry, you have to indicate the ligand. What are the ligands here? We have two chloro ligands here and two ammonia ligands here. So if you are showing a cis isomer, so you have to put two ligands adjacent to each other. See here, ammonia are adjacent to each other, or you can show chloro also. Either you show chloro or ammonia adjacent to each other. When you are showing a trans isomerism, you have to indicate in opposite positions. Choose any one ligand here, either chloro and ammonia. First, suppose you are taking ammonia. First, write their positions such that they are opposite in direction. If one is here, another one should be here, or in opposite direction. Now write the remaining. What is the remaining ligand here? Chloro. Write the chloro that occupies same opposite positions. So this is when they are in on the adjacent side or same side, they are known as cis form. When they are in the opposite directions, it is known as trans form. Now let us take this example, Ma2Bc. In this, if you see this, M is a central metal atom. And how many different types of ligands we have? We have A, B, and C. So we need at least one ligand to indicate the adjacent and opposite faces. So we can take A here, one ligand. And remaining, we can light the ligands to satisfy the square planar. For example, take this complex here, platinum, which is a central metal atom here. What are the ligands here? Chloro, amine, and pyridine. So, is this the same formula? Is this the same? Is it showing the same general formula like this? Yes. See here, M is platinum, BC. Here is chloro and ammonia. What is A here? This is pyridine, that is 2 in number. So now take this pyridine as reference in writing the cis and trans form. First, let us write this form. Now take this A as reference. Show this A on the adjacent sides. Place this adjacent to each other. This will form a cis form. When you write this on the opposite sides, and this will indicate a trans form, and write the remaining ligands like this. See here, platinum at the center. Now, since pyridine are in 2 in number, take that pyridine. First, write their positions adjacent to each other. That will form a cis form. And then write the remaining ligands. Anyway, you can write chloro and ammonia here, or ammonia or chloro here. And in the trans form, first write the pyridine ligands such that they are in opposite directions. See here, first write this, and rest fill the positions fill with the remaining ligands, that is ammonia and chloro, or you can write chloride ammonia here. Okay, that will be a trans form. Now let us take another general formula, AB2. What is AB here? It is a bidentate ligand. See here, AB is a bidentate ligand, and here bidentate asymmetric ligand means there are two different donor atoms here. Give some examples. If it is AA, if it would have been AA means ethylene for example, ethylene diamine. If AA is the case, then there is no chance of cis and trans because all the donor atoms will be same. We cannot differentiate. We can write cis and trans form only when there is a difference in the donor atoms. For example, glycinato. In glycinato, this is the structure of glycinato, NH2, CH2, COO. This is a bidentate ligand. If you see this bidentate ligand, what are the donor atoms here? This nitrogen is a donor atom, and also this oxygen is also a donor atom. So there are two different donor atoms here. So we are indicating with A and B. AB means a bidentate ligand. A means one donor atom. B means another donor atom from the same ligand. How many ligands? How many bidentate ligands are there? 2. Since each bidentate ligand is providing 2 donor atoms, means there are 2 bidentate ligands, means they provide 4 donor atoms, means 4 linkages with the central metal atom. Means the coordination number is 4. Coordination number of this central metal atom is 4. Okay, yes, this is also a square planar complex. Let us see the geometry now. So how will you show cis and trans in this case? In order to show the cis positions, write the same donor atom adjacent positions. For example, see here, write O. If you're writing O, you can write O here, or O adjacent positions you have to write. And rest, write the remaining ligands. So if O is here, and these are the atoms which are connecting the other donor atom, that is nitrogen. So NH2, see here, NH2. Next is CH2. This is CH2. COO. See, COO. So in order to show this, you have to write another donor atom adjacent. You should not write NH2 here. You have to write O here, and write the rest of the atoms and the other donor atom, and give the connection here. So in order to show that this is trans, since two donor atoms, same donor atoms on the adjacent position, this is cis. In order to write the trans, first write the donor atoms, same donor atoms on the opposite sides, opposite directions. O is one donor atom. If you're writing O, one donor atom here, you have in the opposite side also, you have to indicate this donor atom here, O. And write the rest of the linkages here. What is O? How O is connected to? O is connected to C double bond O. C double bond O, then CH2, then NH2. CH2 and NH2. And NH2 is linked to central metal atom. Similarly, C double bond O, CH2, NH2. If you see this, NN and opposite, O are in opposite direction. Same atoms, same ligands are in opposite directions. Therefore, this is a trans ligand. Okay, this is one example. Now let us see the case when all the ligands are different. For example, M, A, B, C, D. How do you write in such type of complexes? You can indicate three type of isomers here. How to write the three isomers in such cases? First, fix the position of central metal atom. See here, central metal atom is position is fixed. Now take one ligand here, fix its positions. Suppose I have taken A. I have to fix this position here. A is fixed here. In all this one, A is fixed. A is fixed. Now you have to rotate the remaining ligands here. For suppose you have fixed A, and now first it will take B. Trans to B. Trans to A is B, and trans to A is C and D. Next, after DB, write transposition to A, C. Here, trans to A is C, and rest positions filled with the other ligands. Last ligand is D. Trans to A is D, and rest fill the other ligands here. In this way, you have to indicate that you have to write the three isomers in case of ligands. In case of four different types of ligands. For example, one example, you can take any example here, right? But you have to write the correct oxidation state depending on the ligands which you have taken here. Suppose platinum is a central metal atom here, and what are the ligands? Nitro, pyridine, ammonia, and hydroxylamine. NH2OH is hydroxylamine. All these are the ligands here. And what is the oxidation state on this coordination sphere? It is +1. And we have one nitro ligand here, that is -1, 1 plus 1. It is the oxidation state is +2. Okay. So first write the central metal atom here, platinum, square. First write the square planar complexes, square planars. Then write the central metal atom. Okay. Now take one ligand, fix its position. Suppose here, which ligand is taken here? You can take any ligand. For example, hydroxylamine is taken here. Hydroxylamine, this one ligand is taken, fix its position here. Hydroxylamine, hydroxylamine here, hydroxylamine here. Now change the positions of the rest of the ligands here. First, take the next to hydroxylamine is ammonia. First, write ammonia trans to this hydroxylamine. Now fill the rest positions with the other ligands. Now next take the other ligand, suppose nitro, and fill the other with nitro. Write the trans position to hydroxylamine nitro, and rest the fill and the rest positions fill with other ligands. Similarly, what is the remaining ligand here? Pyridine. This is PY. The C5H5N is pyridine, that is indicated with PY here. That is a short form. So trans to hydroxylamine, write pyridine, and rest fill the other ligands. So this is how you can write the three isomers when the different types of ligands are there. So this is about geometrical isomerism in square planar complexes. Now let us see the geometrical isomerism in octahedral complexes here. Now let us take this example here. General formula MA4B2. A4B2 octahedral complexes means coordination number should be 6. Coordination number should be 6. And out of 6, coordination number 6 means 6 ligands should be there. Out of 6 ligands, if you see this general formula, 4 of the same type and the 2 are of the same type. That 4 are A and 2 are B. Let us take this example here. Cr, Cl2, NH3, 4 plus. So B is B, how many B? 2. 2 chlorines are there. And remaining 4 should be same ligands. A4 means ammonia we have taken. How do you indicate trans and cis in this position? In the similar manner to square planar complexes, choose this ligand which is in number 2 or 2 in number, that is chloro you have to take here to indicate the cis and trans. To take this ligand and show these positions. First draw the octahedral geometry like this. Indicate 4 equatorial positions and the 2 axial positions, one is above and below the plane. Either you can indicate the 2 chloro positions adjacent to here like this, Cl and Cl, or you can show like this. Axial and equatorial positions are also indicating the same phase in cis form. In order to show the trans form, you have to write the ligands in the opposite directions, and these 2 opposite directions you can choose either these axial positions or you can choose these equatorial positions that are opposite in direction. That indicates the 2 different phases, that is transform. So either equatorial axial position and 2 axial positions will indicate trans, 1 equatorial and 1 axial position will indicate cis. This is cis. These chlorines are cis to each other. These chlorines are opposite in direction. They are trans to each other. Now let us take one more example, that is MAA2B2. Here in this case, AA means it is a bidentate ligand with the same donor atoms. Bidentate ligand with same donor atoms. Give an example. Ethylene diamine. Yes, ethylene diamine. This here. Ethylene diamine. Here, what are the donor atoms here? Nitrogen. There are 2 donor atoms. This is a symmetrical ligand. If it is an asymmetrical ligand, we will indicate with AB. But it is A, since it is AA, this is a symmetrical ligand. So we have to take a symmetrical ligand example. So we have taken symmetrical ligand means when we cut this ligand into 2 equal halves, we cut this ligand into 2 parts, it should give the 2 equal halves. So this is a symmetrical ligand, ethylene diamine. So there are 2 donor atoms are same, A, N and N. Therefore, it is indicated with AA. So how many ligands are there? Bidentate ligands 2. Each ligand is providing 2 donor atoms. Therefore, the coordination number from this bidentate ligand is 4. And we have 2 more ligands, that is B2. This is 2. 4 plus 2 is 6. So 6 is the coordination number of this central metal atom. So obviously 6 coordination number means what is the geometry? Octahedral geometry. It is indicated here. See, write the octahedral positions first. Now take B. In this case, what is the example? See, you have taken this example. Chloro, diethylene, bis ethylene diamine, dichloro, cobaltate ion. In this one, take this chloro to indicate cis and trans. So in the previous examples also, we have taken 2 same type of ligands here. To indicate the cis positions, you can either place one in axial and equatorial, or you can choose these 2 positions. So we have taken these 2. To indicate the trans positions, we have to you have to use the 2 opposite positions. Here we have chosen axial positions here. Cis, this is trans. They are in opposite direction. They are in the same. Okay. Cis, this forms a cis. This forms a trans. Okay. Remaining positions are filled with the other ligand. What is the other ligand? This is AA. Means AA means ethylene diamine. So these 2 nitrogens, N, 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 N. This is CH2. Or you can indicate with a short form EN. N, N, CH2, CH2. Okay. Like this, you can write cis and trans in the case of this formula. Let us take this example. This is MA3B3 here. You can take any ligand here, or either you can take A or T. How many different ligands are there? 2 different types. A is 3, B is 3. For example, rhodium, pyridine. We have 2 ligands here, chlorine and pyridine. We have 3 chloro ligands and 3 pyridine ligands here. You can choose take any ligand to show the cis form and trans form. So for example, I am taking you can take any ligand here, pyridine, for example chloro. Write the chloro positions here, one position, and one indicate one chloro position here. Okay, in cis form, the two chloros are adjacent to each other here, and one is in axial position. Whereas in the trans form, here, see here, they are in opposite directions here, chloro and chloro, and one is in the axial form. Okay, this form a one phase here. These three chloros, that is two in adjacent, one is here in axial. They form a same phase of octahedron. That's why it is also known as facial. And these here, they form a different phases here. These two opposite chlorines, they form a different phase. This is also known as meridional or transform. Uh, transform. I will show this with an example here. See here. If you see this one, this is the octahedral complex. See here, 1, 2, 3, 4. These are equatorial positions, and these two are axial positions. See here, these three positions are occupied by chlorine with same ligand. This forms a same one phase. Okay, that's why it is facial. Okay, that's why it is facial. Whereas in the transform, if you take the transform here, two chlorines here, one is chlorines are indicated with green brown. These two chlorines are in have to be written in axial positions here. See here, in opposite direction, and one chlorine is here, and see, this is how you have to indicate the transform. This is ball and stick model. Okay. Now, with this, we have finished the geometrical isomerism in square planar complexes and also in octahedral complexes. Now, let us see the optical isomerism. Optical isomerism means what? This type of isomerism is arises only when the molecule is asymmetric molecule, means it should not have any plane of symmetry. Plane of symmetry means what? When you cut the molecule into equal halves, they should not be mirror images, or you cannot cut the molecule into two equal halves. For example, see this. Suppose suppose this is in order to show the plane of symmetry, how to show this? Suppose suppose when you cut this, are these two equal? No. Here one side you can show the different types of letters. Here on the other side we have different types of letters. So if this is the case, this is said to not have, it's not uh, uh, possessing a plane of symmetry. This is not a plane of symmetry. Plane of symmetry means when you cut a paper into two, or when you cut your molecule into at the middle on a, you should get a two equal halves. That is a plane of symmetry. If that molecule is not having a plane of symmetry, then it will show optical isomerism. Okay, this is the necessary condition to show the optical isomerism. Means when you cut a molecule, or the two mirror images of asymmetric molecule cannot be superimposed. Molecule should be asymmetric. Asymmetric means it should not be when you divide a molecule, it should not be, it should not give two same equal halves. So, and the such type of molecules will show this optical isomerism, and those isomers are known as enantiomers. One isomerism will rotate the plane of polarized light to the right side, other isomer will rotate the plane of polarized light to the left side. Okay, this is the essential condition. Let us see optical isomerism can be shown by tetrahedral complexes and few of the octahedral complexes also. In tetrahedral complexes, only this type of molecule will show the optical isomerism, that is MABCD. It will exhibit optical isomerism because it is not having a plane of symmetry. For example, this complex is uh, benzoyl benzoyl acetanato beryllium 2. It exists in two different optical isomerisms. The two DL and isomers are indicated here. These two are mirror images, but this is asymmetric molecule. Even though the donor atom is same here, because the geometry is not symmetric, it is the distorted shape. Because of this distorted shape, it is getting the asymmetric geometry. Okay, because of that, when you cut the molecule, you will get two different parts, or these two are mirror images to each other. Okay, this is below the plane, this is above the plane, and these two are in the plane. So you cannot cut the molecule into two equal halves. That's why it is asymmetric molecule, and that's why it is showing a optical isomerism. Very few examples are uh, found with this type of isomerism. This is one example. Okay, now let us see the optical isomerism in octahedral complexes. uh, One important thing is it should not have a plane of symmetry. For example, if you are taking this example MAA2B2, uh, we have seen the geometrical isomerism with this example. We have seen the cis and trans form. If you are taking a cis form, it will show optical isomerism because it will not have a plane of symmetry. For example, see here, this is a cis form. Cis form is the two chlorines are indicated here in the adjacent positions. If you take this small, can you divide this molecule into two equal halves? Suppose I'm cutting like this. If I cut like this, can I get a two equal parts? No. Here Nn is there, here chlorine N is there. So it is not having a plane of symmetry. That's why we can write a mirror image. Mirror image means exactly opposite. See here, you have to write this face here. Okay, when you see yourself in the front of a mirror, the image and you is a mirror image. That is a mirror image, and the two mirror images will be optically active. If the one isomerism, if it rotates a plane of polarized light towards the right side, then other will rotate a plane of polarized light towards the left side. Suppose if you take a square planar this is cis isomer. If you take a trans isomer, in trans isomer, how will you write? I will show. Trans isomer means like this, RH, and the two chlorines will be here. And remaining bidentate AA ligands here. So this is a trans isomer. So sorry, I cannot. I'm not able to write with the pencil that is provided here. That's a very poor handwriting here. So when you divide these molecules into one equal halves, can you divide this? Yes. When you cut this molecule at the middle, you are getting this side and this side are equal. So that means this is a transform of this example. This is having a plane of symmetry. So you cannot uh, get optical isomerism from this type. Whereas here, when you divide this molecule like this, are these two equal? No, you are getting two different equal halves. Means this is not having a plane of symmetry. Therefore, this molecule is showing a plane of symmetry. You can write the, in order to show the D isomer and L isomer, there is optically active isomers, or else we can also say this, say enantiomers also. You have to write the mirror images like this. Okay. Similarly, this also will show optical isomerism like this. CR, CR uh, OX is the ligand here. Okay, because this will be a very distorted. They are not in a plane because of this complex structures of this ligand. All these bonds will not be in one plane. So you can write the, cannot divide the molecule into two equal halves also. Can you divide the molecule into three equal halves? No. Okay. So that's why this type of geometry is also showing optical isomerism. This is one isomer and this is a mirror image of this mirror image. I think you know how to write the mirror image here. First write this part here, write the remaining part backside. Okay. So with these examples, we have finished the isomerism in coordination complexes. Okay. Uh, you will be giving an assignment. You have to finish this assignment. That what is the assignment here? You have to write the molecular formula. You can take the screenshot of this. Triamine trinitro cobalt. So name is given, you have to write the formula. Okay, I have already told this in the UPAC rules. What is the rule which we have to follow in order to write the formula? First, you have to write the square bracket, then set central metal atom, that is cobalt. Then you have to write the ligands. If there are more than one ligand, you have to follow first negative, then remaining ligands. But here only one is ligand. What is the ligand here? You have amine and nitro. So first you have to write nitro. First you have to write nitro and then followed by amine. How many nitro are there? Three. Three. And you have to indicate a charge, that is 3. Similarly, sodium hexafluorosilicate. For all these complexes, I want you to write the chemical formulae. Okay, this is your assignment. And these are the few multiple choice questions also. The charge on the metal central metal atom. What is the charge on this? Ideally, it should be 0, but there is no option here. Okay, the question itself is wrong. So you should get this is the question. Okay. So +3. What is the charge now? +3 is the charge. C. Which of the following ligands is a chelating ligand? Chelating ligand means polynuclear ligand or more than one, the ligand which is having more than one donor atom. Among these, which is having, which is a polynuclear or bidentate ligand, this one, C2, oxalate ligand. Therefore, it is a chelating ligand. And the names of the positive groups of the ligands in a complex name is, how do you end with the how do you end the name of the ligand which is having a positive charge? Em. You have to use Em. And the formula of sodium hexanitro and cobaltate 3. This I have already discussed in detail, and you have to do this. The effective atomic number of chromium is, valence bond was put forward by who? Pauling. So which one the following statement about hybridization magnetic property of this complex is correct? So I have already told this in the contradictions with valence bond theory. Please refer my video lecture 4 for this. The type of isomerism exhibited by these two ligands. Which type of, you can tell directly by seeing this. Okay, ionization, because after ionizing, this is giving bromide ligand, and this is giving bromide ions, and this is giving chloride. Which one of the following ligands can exhibit linkage? Linkage means the ligand should have more than one donor atom. Which is the ligand which is having more than one donor atom? This is the nitro groups, nitrogen and oxygen. And which of the following complexes exhibit both geometrical and optical isomer? Just now we have discussed. Just today's class you refer, you will get this answer. So I have given answers for those which are directly possible, and for the others you have to refer the videos and write the answers in your notebook. And this is all for today. With this we have finished the coordination chemistry. Thank you one and all. Let us meet in the next class with a new chapter. Thank you.